Hello everyone. It's been a while since I made a video for pre-calc. Um, I am going to do Tuesday, March 31st notes, and that's on the area of a triangle using trig. Okay, so first off, I have a triangle and it can be any shape of a triangle, and we can review to find the area of a triangle. We know its area equals to 1/2 base times height. Okay, so base-wise, it can be any of the length, but it's just easier if we use the bottom one. So this length right here, we can call that the base. And then anything that goes straight perpendicular to the base, which means forms a right angle, we can call that the height. Okay, so pretty straightforward. But using trig, if we have a triangle, okay, if we have a triangle that is given two lengths, so if I have a 4 and a 7, okay, and an angle in between, call that 49th degree, we can actually find the area using these three numbers. Okay, so example-wise, the question can be find the area of a triangle that has sides 4 and 7 and 49 degree between those two sides. Okay, so in order for us to find this, we definitely need the middle, which is the height. Okay, so I'm going to redraw the picture above, but I'm just going to take a portion of the picture out, which looks like this. Okay, so I'm only taking the left part of it. We know this is still 4, this is still 49. We have to find our missing height. Okay, so if our triangle looks like this, based on your trigonometry, you should be able to find the height, and that is using sine of our angle 49 equal to opposite over hypotenuse, which is h over 4. Okay, so again, keep solving for h. We can multiply by 4 on both sides. This cancels out. So I have h equal to 4 sine 49. Okay, this actually turned into a number, but I'm just going to hold on to this first. Okay, and that means this in the middle, instead of calling it h, I can call that 4 sine 49. Okay, so go back to our formula from earlier. Our formula was a equals to 1/2 base times height. If our base in this case is 7, and our height in this case is 4 sine 49, I can go ahead and just multiply all of these numbers together, and you can find your answer. Okay, so 1/2, if you're going to put it in your calculator, you can put 0.5. And since this is in degree, your answer should be 10.57. Okay, let me show one more example, and then I'll do 2 of your homework questions for you. So example, find the value of A if B equals to 7, beta equals to pi over 4, and the area of triangle equals to 10. Okay, I think I took this question from your book. So let's fill in the information. A and B just must be right next to each other. So if this is A, then B, I can put it adjacent to it, which is here. Okay, and then we got pi over 4, and we know the area is 10. Okay, So just from earlier, we can already come up with our formula. So find the area is 1/2 base times height, right? So base is usually the bottom number, and then the height, we actually replaced it. Remember up here, we replaced it with the sine number, sine of the angle. Okay, so we actually need these two numbers right here, and usually we call them A and B. Okay, so we would need A and B and sine of our theta. That's our formula. Okay, so go back and fill in our information. If big A is our area, so we have 10 equal AB sine theta, right? So A is still A, B is 7, and sine theta now is pi over 4. Okay, and we can continue from here. If I have to solve for A, that means I gotta move, oh, sorry, I forgot my 1/2. 1/2 in the front. Okay, so I gotta move my numbers to the left side. So multiply by 2, we got 20 equals to 7A sine pi over 4. And then we divide both sides by 7 sine pi over 4. Okay, so these 7's pi over 4 can, sine pi over 4 can go away. And then we got A equal. Make sure your calculator is in radian mode because we're dealing with pi right now. So you should have gotten 4.04. Okay. Let me do 2 of your homework questions for you. I'm going to do them right here. So let's do number 12. Number 12, the question is find the value of theta in degrees if A equals to 8, B equals to 5, and area equals to 12. Okay, so we got A, B, A equals to 12, and we want this to be in, find theta in degree. Okay, so make sure you change your calculator back in degree form and substitute everything in the formula. That's all you gotta do, okay? So we got 12, we got our 8, and we got our 5. Everything else did not change. We still have our equal sign, 1/2, and our sine theta. Okay, so try your best to move things to the left side. And if I'm just looking at this actually goes away and becomes a 4 because it's half of 8. So multiply your 5 and 4 together, we get 20. And then we divide both sides by 20. You got sine theta equals to 12 over 20. Get rid of your sine on both sides by putting inverse of sine. So theta would be inverse of sine of 12 over 20. Okay, and you would get 36.87. Okay, as the answer for now. But if you go back to number 12, they would want the theta to be greater than 90 degrees. Okay, and the number that we got is not greater than 90 degrees. So what we got to do is we got to take 180 minus 36.87, which is 143.13. Okay, this is our final answer. So anytime your result is not greater than or less than what they are asking for, then we have to go back and subtract from 180 or subtract from the number that they want. Okay. I actually wanted to do number 10 as well. I'm going to do number 10 right here. Find the value of theta in radian. So find theta in radian if if A equals to 5, B equals to 4, and the area equals to 3. Okay, and the radian, they want it to be smaller than pi over 2. Okay, so substitute our numbers. We still have 1/2 multiply sine, since we're still looking for theta, so sine theta, I'm going to keep it right there. 3, 5, and 4. Okay, move all your number. You should have gotten 32 over 20 to equal to sine theta. Okay, sorry, not 32, 3.2. Oops. 3.2. So I got 6 over 20 equal to sine theta. Okay, so inverse sine your theta. Make sure this is in radian mode. You should have gone 0.30. Okay, so 0.30 is smaller than pi over 2 because pi over 2, another word for that is like 1.57 if you put it in the calculator. So 0.30 is definitely smaller than that, and you're good to go with this answer. Okay, so this assignment, this lesson, your assignment is number 2 to 12, even. Okay, please submit it on Google Classroom to the new Google Classroom. Okay, have a good day.